What up, YouTube? Knowledge is self-determination. Just real quick, I wanted to give my post-fight analysis of Sean Porter versus Errol Spence. It was a very hard-fought fight. The fight went exactly how I thought it would. How I thought it would. It would be a nail-biting, hard-fought, toe-to-toe type of scrap. Sean Porter wasn't going to let up, and Errol Spence was going to show that he could be a rough, rugged fighter. I knew that's what I kind of figured that was what was going to happen, and that's exactly what happened. And I also called it being a split decision. I wasn't able to get my post-fight, my pre-fight video out because the sound didn't record, so I couldn't actually put that prediction on video so that I could have evidence that I called the fight. But I think the fight was called the only way that it could have been called. Well, Sean Porter could have won if he hadn't got dropped. It would have been a really hard decision. Could have even been a draw had he not gotten dropped. But nevertheless, Errol Spence got the victory. Now, what I do want to address real quick is this. First, before I get to that, first and foremost, both of these guys did exactly what I thought they were going to do. I did not see Errol Spence stopping Sean Porter. Maybe dropping him in the later rounds, but stopping him? No, I didn't see that. I figured that Errol Spence had what it take to drop him because, Keith Thurman hurt Sean Porter in that fight. Adrian Broner dropped Sean Porter in the 11th round of that fight. Not saying that adds up to, good reasons for why Errol Spence could do it, but he's not unhurtable or unstoppable. He wasn't stopped, but he still got dropped. And I figured if anybody else could do it, Sean Porter could. Danny Garcia couldn't do it. Keith Thurman couldn't drop him, although they all did very well against Sean Porter. But what I really want to say is this. First off, I do hope the rematch happens. I would like to see Errol Spence get a big name, like a big legendary name like Pacquiao under his belt. But I would like to see the rematch also. I don't think Errol Spence would probably be chomping at the bit to take the rematch with Sean Porter, even though I don't think he's scared to do that either. But you got to give Sean Porter credit. You got to give him props. You got to give this man all respect due for his heart and his conditioning and his training. You got to give that man props. And this is what I want to say because I don't want to make this video too long. But again, the fight went exactly the way I thought it would. People are thinking that because Errol Spence and certain fighters, I'll probably make a video about that a little bit later. But certain fighters are thinking that because Errol Spence did not stop Sean Porter, that for some reason Errol Spence is easy work for some reason, or that he's food or something. That is not a testament to how weak Errol Spence is. If anything, that's a testament to how strong he was, because Danny Garcia didn't do to Sean Porter what Errol Spence did to him. He couldn't. And Danny Garcia can fight, but he didn't have what it takes to do to Sean Porter what Errol Spence did. But in any event, a lot of people are thinking that Errol Spence not stopping him means that Errol Spence is weak. Sean Porter, people are sleeping on Sean Porter, and it's very disrespectful to what he's been so far as boxing is concerned and the names that he's faced and the level of competition. Sean Porter is not an easy dude to fight. He is not an easy dude to fight. And again, I think it's very disrespectful to be counting him out like that just because Errol Spence didn't stop him. For some reason, Errol Spence is food. That's disrespectful to Sean Porter, man. It really is. You may not like his relationship with his father. You may not like his father. You may not like the rough, rugged way he fights. However, that does not mean that he is not a strong fighter. Sean Porter is no punk. The dude is no pushover. And he's not an easy dude to get a W against. Why would anybody think that Errol Spence not knocking out Sean Porter means that Errol Spence isn't a strong champion? That's ridiculous. Terence Crawford thinks he can beat Errol Spence now because of this. I think that's retarded because I don't think Terence Crawford can beat Sean Porter as he is right now. Danny Garcia thinks that he can beat Errol Spence now because he didn't knock out Sean Porter. You didn't knock out Sean Porter. I don't think you can beat Sean Porter as he is right now. And I definitely don't think Danny Garcia can beat Errol Spence. Good fights, but Danny Garcia doesn't come out on top of those fights. He just does not. You know what I'm saying? So, let's keep this in perspective, man. Let's give these two guys the props that they deserve for this fight. Much respect due to Sean Porter and Errol Spence for doing what they did, man. Going 12 hard rounds. Again, I called that. I don't have the proof posted on the internet, unfortunately, but I did call it. If you guys are familiar with any of my fight videos, you know I'm not bullshitting. But like I said, this video will be posted to my Knowledge of Self-Determination channel and also my Ballroom Boxing channel, which I am going to become a lot more active with. My apologies to all my subs on the Ballroom Boxing channel who have not been seeing a lot of posts from me lately, but I am going to try to bring a resurgence back to that channel and start posting more boxing related topics soon. But thanks for tuning in, and leave your responses or your comments in the comment section, and subscribe to my other channel. The more people that I get follow me on the other channel, the more more of a fire it'll light under my ass to make more videos to post on the channel. But again, much respect due to Sean Porter and Errol Spence. These two are definitely two kingpins, two of the top dudes in the welterweight division. Both of these dudes are going to be hard to beat for anybody. I don't see just no anybody beating either one of these dudes. And I will restate this. Stop disrespecting Sean Porter, man. Stop disrespecting that dude. Sean Porter did exactly what he was supposed to do, and Errol Spence did what he was supposed to do. You know, both men fought that fight, and neither one of them lost consciousness while doing it. Errol Spence not knocking Sean Porter out does not make Errol Spence food for anybody. You understand? And Sean Porter is not so weak that anybody can walk in the ring and just knock him out. He's not so fucking weak that anybody can do that to him. So, once again, much respect, both of these brothers. You know, I'd like to see the rematch. You know, hey, maybe in March we'll see the rematch. Who knows? Maybe April, you know. Maybe we'll get the Manny Pacquiao fight, and then we get the rematch. Who knows what happens? But stop sleeping on Sean Porter. He did a hell of a job. The dude is an excellent fucking fighter. You know, he may not be as polished and refined as you may like, but if Marcos Maidana can fight the fucking way he fight and not get overly criticized, then Sean Porter can fight the fucking way he fights and not get overly criticized for it. Peace.